as we turn our attention now to the North Atlantic as the search for the submersible that went missing while headed to the Titanic may be running out of time. Experts estimate they have already run out of oxygen on board the Titan. About 30 minutes ago, the Coast Guard gave an update. They say a remotely operated vehicle deployed from a Canadian ship has reached the seafloor.
We were good, we were gold, kind of dream that can't be sold. We were right till we weren't, built a home and watched it burn. I didn't want to leave you.
Hi Barbie, this is Big Orange Couch, the 90s Nickelodeon podcast where we talk about all things 90s Nickelodeon. My name's Ken.
I'm Andrew.
Hi blowholes, it's Melissa.
And this is episode number 268. It's the year in review, 2023.
What a year, folks.
Yeah?
Yeah. We like to end the year, every year, with just a little look back. How'd you guys feel about the year 2023?
You did better than last year.
No.
I mean, in terms of like world events, maybe not. But I mean, personally,
For you.
and maybe like in terms of pop culture,
Okay.
it was a big year.
Yeah.
Maybe. In certain ways.
Okay.
I mean, we had we had Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Sure.
Hello.
Yeah, that was fun.
Real fun.
I'm really not even that big of a Swiftie.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I couldn't help myself.
We had Barbinheimer.
Yeah.
We had a submarine sink looking for the Titanic.
Right.
We had Rihanna's pregnant Super Bowl halftime show. I don't know. Just some pretty exciting stuff, I guess.
You were
I don't know.
You were.
Looking at them all together like that. It's like,
Yeah, honestly, a lot of the big news is bad for the year. There wasn't like a lot of big like moments or trends. Usually I'm like, oh, we got Wordle or we got some kind of fun trend, but there was no real trend this year.
yeah.
Which maybe is good. Maybe like the world has gotten back to normal a little more and people need less distraction. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe not though. I don't know.
I mean,
You could be right. Well, we'll see next year.
Yeah.
to me, it felt like simultaneously really long and really fast. I mean, a lot of good things happened, but a lot of like difficult things I feel like also occurred for me personally.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't love it. I mean, there were good things. But...
Okay. Yeah. Interesting year. Andrew, what are our categories?
We're talking movies, TV shows, albums, songs, video games, books, podcasts, events, maybe BOC episodes. At least this is what I've
Oh yeah, I got our BOC data to end the episode. Our facts. Okay, well, these episodes go a little long, so we might as well just jump right into it. Melissa, as our guest, what category would you like to start out in?
Let's start with, I guess, events, kind of to set the tone for the year.
Okay.
Is that good?
I like it.
Okay.
Or is that usually
I mean,
last?
it
I've done
is,
this before,
but it
and I
doesn't
think
matter.
we did it
Like,
last.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
well, I'm going to
cool.
change it up.
Okay. My big event for this year was this HUC enzyme being discovered by scientists.
Australian scientists have discovered a new clean way to generate electricity out of thin air. It's all thanks to a bacteria in soil that creates energy when exposed to air.
And it's like, basically, it like captures energy, or like converts hydrogen to energy really cheaply and easily. So if it, if they can scale this, I guess it could be like world changing.
In terms of power sources, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, pretty amazing, I think. I also have a personal one, though. I think I started this year doing the Wim Hof breathing and cold showering. I don't know if you are familiar with this guy, the Iceman.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's out there. You can look him up. He's just like this guy that's like pushing this breathing method and like cold plunges and stuff like that. But so it's like 10 minutes of this breathing exercise, and then I just do like 2 minutes of a cold shower at the end of my shower. And it's been pretty incredible. I mean, I am prone to depression and anxiety, sort of, and this has like taken it down by like the natural like depression down by like probably like 80%.
Wow.
I mean, I feel like just totally just more capable and like aware in my everyday.
What would people search?
If you look up Wim Hof breathing Wim Hof guided breathing.
Okay.
There's like a 10-minute video on YouTube. It has a green background.
Okay.
And then the cold showering's the hard part, but it's good. It's
You
really
take
good.
a hot shower and then at the end.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've been kind of doing like half hot just because it's such a drastic change that it's like a little easier if it's not like full on.
Yeah.
But it's been really good.
Okay.
Excellent.
That's
that
cool.
was kind of a trend this year, wasn't it? Like the cold plunges, like people have those.
It has become more popular
Yeah.
these last like few
I've heard
years.
of them a lot.
Yeah.
I've tried that actually with the turning the cold water on at the end, but usually I just do my head and then I give up.
Yeah, I can't do it. I need it nice and hot.
You know,
But
you know what?
I will try.
I will say that a warm shower was like maybe my number one most important luxury, like past, clean water and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not been easy.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
Okay.
All right.
I like it. You said trends, and I did think of one. Pickleball.
Yes.
Pickleball's back in a big way this
It
year.
is.
It's the pickleball year.
Yeah. Got my in-laws pickleball stuff
Wow.
for
Yeah.
Christmas.
People love it.
Yeah.
Are you into it?
My uncle's a big pickleball player.
Okay.
Goes to the whatever local place.
Rec center.
Yeah. But the thing that I remember about pickleball, playing it in high school.
Yeah, we did.
We had a gym teacher that was a very like competitive type guy.
Oh, yeah.
And at the beginning of the whatever segment, he said, "Okay, at the end of this, like after you guys learn how to play for the next couple weeks, I'm gonna beat every one of you,
Yeah.
every team." And he went around at the end of the thing and beat every single team by himself.
Yes. This guy was such a gym teacher too, with the gray
Yeah.
mustache and just like his demeanor, just like out of a movie gym
Yeah,
teacher.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
He wasn't a bad guy. Actually.
No, yeah,
he was gruff. Yeah.
Gruff, yeah.
Well, that adds to the character.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, Melissa, what's your event of 2023?
I don't know. I wrote Barbinhiemer.
It's the double feature no one saw coming.
And I know what it means if the Nazis have a bomb.
Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan's epic about the creation of the atomic bomb, going head to head with a movie that could not be more different.
Hi, Barbie!
Hi, Ken! Greta Gerwig's Barbie seemed destined for massive hype, but the excitement has taken an unexpected turn.
I, for one, have already purchased my tickets for the double feature.
With Barbie and Oppenheimer opening in theaters on the same day, fans have coined the term Barbinheimer.
I enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
enjoyed two totally different cultures coming together. People were back out at the movies.
Yeah.
It was just a very exciting time. Even though I only saw Barbie in theaters. But still.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know, it was cool. I really don't have much more to say about it. But I liked the whole thing. I liked all the memes. I liked the videos. I liked everybody talking about it.
Yeah, that seemed like a cultural moment.
Yeah.
I didn't see either of the movies.
Oh, dear.
But
Oh.
I appreciate that people like them.
Barbie's on Max now.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I did see that. I did
worth a
watch some
watch.
movies in prep for this, and I just thought it's probably not going to be my top.
So why
Okay.
waste it? And then personally, Max and I bought a house.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
Exciting.
I was encouraging you to get a zoo.
We bought a zoo.
I saw that movie. And
I did not see that movie. I don't plan on it ever. Either.
Oh,
And
that's
that's I love that. That's what's his name?
Matt
I love
Damon.
him. No, the
Wow,
director.
He's in it, Matt.
No, I know that. It's You know, Elizabethtown and...
Oh, Cameron Crowe?
Yeah. Is that a Cameron Crowe movie?
Really?
I'm almost positive.
Jeez.
And I'm a big Cameron Crowe fan.
Cameron Crowe.
I hope
We
didn't just make a
bought
damn fool of
a
myself.
zoo. Wow. Wow, he did direct it.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I like Andrew. I have kind of a world one and then a personal one. My world one is the first vaccine for pregnant individuals to prevent RSV in infants is announced, and RSV is just kind of this real problem for newborns to 6 months old, and so a vaccine that could help reduce that seems like a very, very good thing that I know only applies to a specific group of people, but an important one. And then personally, my trip to visit Chris in New Mexico was just super memorable. We got to travel, see some parks, camp out by some mountains. It was a very rewarding trip. I love the American Southwest. So yeah, it was really nice.
And you went there right before Asteroid City came out, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. It felt very in tune. Where he lives is cool. It's like mountains and forest, and then like 10 minutes away, like desert, like white sand.
That's neat.
And of course, it's time for a dino count.
It's time for your dino count.
All right, the official count this year, it's a modest year, but not bad. We have 26 dinosaurs discovered this year. My favorite one that I saw is named Gremlin, and it was indeed named after Gremlins, the movie. So 26 dinosaurs, and a big headline, a teenage Tyrannosaurus fossil was discovered this year, and they were able to kind of discover the change in T-Rex's diet because of this fossil. Like, they were able to see it was eating more like insects and smaller things because of, I guess, their size. And anyway, so it confirmed kind of that T-Rex had like an evolutionary diet as it got older.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's pretty neat.
That's it.
I didn't know they were still discovering new dinosaurs, let alone like 26 of them.
Oh yeah. So every year in review now, I check in every year on how many dinosaurs, and really it spans anywhere from 20 to like 45 a year.
Where are they finding these?
All over. The Gremlin was discovered in Alberta, Canada.
Oh really?
But a lot in America, a lot in Asia, mostly.
Any in this area?
Actually, a dinosaur has never been discovered in Ohio. They think because the Great Lakes would have washed away any evidence during the Ice Age.
Oh.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You're so smart.
Who?
Well, you or the articles you're reading.
Oh, yeah, the articles. I wouldn't know any of this.
We retain everything.
Okay, all right. Close call?
I have a few things I want to mention, but my main close call is the Super Nintendo World being opened. Like the amusement park in Japan.
Yeah.
Looks so cool. Like, looks like a Disney equivalent of like Nintendo.
Yeah.
You know? And you have like wristbands and stuff, so you can like collect coins and stuff along your way.
Oh, nice.
Looks fun.
Yeah,
Is it similar to the one in Florida that just opened?
Oh, I did see that. I don't know if it's bigger or
That one looks
what.
pretty cool. I didn't see the Japan one though.
I also just wanted to mention there's a Twilight Zone mini golf that opened in Vegas.
Whoa.
That looks very cool.
That's
neat.
awesome.
Has just like big versions of some of the props and stuff.
That's
looks
sweet.
very cool.
Yeah.
And it's like black lights you're playing through.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And Nickelodeon this year brought back the Splat logo. Thought that was a good move. And
They had just gotten rid of the background, right? It was just Nickelodeon. Yeah. Good call.
Yeah.
Close call, Melissa?
I also wrote here that I went and saw Death Cab for Cutie and never got to see them live.
Oh,
I
cool.
played them for a long time.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Great live. That's it. That's all I wrote.
Great.
Where did you see him?
Agora, I think.
That's a concert venue in Cleveland.
Yes, Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah.
Well, mine's kind of also, music. So this was also Jonathan's, which is, this is the first year since 1987 that vinyls sold more than CDs.
Oh, right. That's right.
So vinyls are, I mean, they've been back, but they're back. You know, like Taylor Swift is selling vinyls in Target, not CDs.
It's actually almost crazier to me that just happened. I mean, who's buying CDs? I mean, used maybe, but like, I never see new CDs anywhere.
They're phasing them out. I read an article on this that you'll see vinyls, you won't see. And, I know this is not what I'm supposed to say, but CDs sound better than vinyls.
Oh. See, we're vinyl collectors at my house.
I mean,
I kind of like the rough sound.
We have a collector of vinyls. I just think anybody who actually tries to say vinyl sound better is crazy.
Well, okay, I don't know for sure, but I think it's possible that your setup makes a big difference.
It's true. But you're just never going to have the clarity of digital.
Right.
Okay, maybe.
Listen, this is not the fight I want to pick. I love vinyls. I love the warmth of vinyl.
Yeah.
Personally, I went to a festival with Chris this summer in Ohio called Nelsonville Music Festival, and it was really, really cool. Just camped out. Great acts. Kurt Vile, Always, Alex G. Just really cool. And another live event I got to go to this year, Dream Come True. Steve Martin and Martin Short.
Oh, you went to that?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
So good. I love both of them, but I'm like oddly obsessed with Martin Short. I just think whatever he is, he's just the funniest. Like, whether it's Jiminy Glick or whatever he's doing. I love Martin Short.
I watched that clip of him. I have it saved in my phone, and I watch it frequently when he's in Arrested Development.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like one of my favorite scenes of any television show.
Yes, absolutely. So good. Before we get to our Ferguson, some listener stuff. So Justin S. said Moms for Liberty and their attempt for book banning candidates performed very poorly in the election, so that was good news. Clayton said the SAG WGA strike. That was kind of a big event this year. Shay said the same thing. Damien said the same thing. Allie, our friend, mentioned starting up doing stand-up comedy, which is awesome. Our friend Justin said he had great seats for the NBA's final Game 4 in Miami, one of the most improbable runs. Nikki said being a guest on your podcast was so special to me. Thank you. Vince said the coronation of Charles III. Lacey said attending Taylor Swift's The Eras tour. I mean, it was the year of Taylor.
It really was.
It's been like the years of Taylor.
That's true, but this was.
Yeah, this was a big. Yeah, this is a big one. Chris A said Ki Hoi Kwan wins the Oscar for Everything Everywhere at Once. Yeah. Our friend Vaughn said match of the day noise prank. This must be Googled. Match of the day noise prank, and I Googled it. So I'm guessing this is local to her. It was like coverage of after a Liverpool soccer match, and there's just analysts sitting around talking about the game, cutting back and forth between like an anchor at the stadium, and in the studio these just sound effects of a woman like having an orgasm starts playing, and the guys are like trying to like still like broadcast through it like it's not happening, but it's like 4 minutes of it just like, and they can't figure out who's making the noise in the studio. It's quite something. Tim Beard said the Orca uprising. There was an incident where like orcas sank
that's
a
right.
ship or did multiple ships.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was sweet. Kylie mentioned the Titan sub explosion, and Corey said the Lions win the division for the first time in 30 years. So yeah, congratulations to Detroit, our sister city, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, Ferguson's.
Yeah, I have a real one and a fun one. The real one is scientists for the first time meld brain tissue with a computer chip.
Oh.
Which just seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah.
And my fun one is the Thailand Burger King 20-slice cheeseburger.
What?
It's
Is that real?
Only cheese, American cheese. 20 slices of American cheese.
That makes me want to barf.
Yeah.
Just felt like such a good, summation of like where we've come as a
This is in
world.
Thailand?
Yeah.
Is American cheese a delicacy or what?
I'm not
like
sure about that.
plastic.
Yeah.
American cheese?
Yeah.
The idea of like biting into it is grotesque.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Yes.
thought of
Yeah.
the
Yes.
feel of the cheese and
Yeah, it has to be melted. Okay. Those are good. Those are good. Any Fergusons for event?
No, I mean outside of the obvious world events.
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
Okay.
I had a pretty good year, I guess.
Great.
Yeah.
I had hottest year on record. Just seems bad. Just seems like we should start really
Right.
doing something. I know, of course, there are people trying, but seems bad.
Oh, I do have one thing that I feel like might fit here.
Okay.
The UN year of 2023.
Oh, I looked it up. Yeah, I couldn't resist. I had to know.
What is it?
So on our last episode, it came up that the UN every year designates the year as like a thing.
Oh.
Did you know this?
No.
We didn't. And so it became fascinating. It seems like they've been doing it since maybe like 20, 30 years ago. So you want to announce it here?
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
All right.
If you guys are ready. I don't know.
I don't
It's a
know
mind
who could be
blower.
ready for this.
Hey, I'm on the edge of my
What?
seat.
2023 was the year of millets.
Millets?
Yeah.
What's
So stupid.
Isn't millet like what's millet? Like wheat?
It's like a type of grain.
Yeah.
Like a little ball. Right?
Yeah, like tiny little pieces. I didn't actually read into it that far, but I'm assuming it's just like feeding a large portion of the world
Okay.
right now.
Yeah. Either that or they're trying to put it on the map.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the millet company, the millet
Like Got Milk?
consortium paid
Yeah.
for.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. All right. Yeah. So events. What do you think the year will be remembered for? Taylor Swift?
That's
I
what I
think
was
we
gonna
just
say.
answered this. Millets.
Everybody's talking. Barbie? Barbinheimer?
Yeah, I feel like Barbie's already died down a little. I mean, the Oscars might come back.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say Taylor was even bigger.
Yeah. It just doesn't feel like we haven't mentioned it. So like Israel probably is the thing.
Right, yes.
That may be remembered, or the Ukraine war still happening. All Ferguson's, of course.
But in
yeah,
pop culture.
but it doesn't feel like there's that Will Smith smacking Chris Rock moment.
Right. The submarine thing was...
Yeah, that was big.
That was huge.
Yes, and were you in I don't mean to. This is morbid to say.
Yeah.
Were you into it? But were you looking into it?
I was fascinated by what happened and all of that. But I was also appalled at the memes people were making about these human beings. It was crazy. But yeah, it's like you couldn't... I mean, I could say like a train wreck, but it's like a submarine wreck. You couldn't look away.
And the more you learned about it, the more you're like, oh, this was just going to happen.
Yeah.
Is the sad part.
Right.
Yeah, that was a big... I was really invested in that when that happened.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, how often do things go missing like that,
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I do want to mention UFOs.
Oh, yeah. Big,
congressional
big
hearings with confirmation of extraterrestrial, which, only your common idiot would still deny that there's aliens, but...
I think I denied it, like, one of the last episodes I was on, actually.
Like I said, you're a common idiot. No, I'm joking.
I think more than anything, I just don't want them to be real. Because, I grew up watching Mars Attacks and Independence Day.
You're thinking back.
I'm not thinking like invasion. Just the premise that there is life in the universe is what I'm saying.
But you can't rule out invasion.
Sure.
I mean, the idea that it would be like Mars Attacks would crack me up as it was killing me. What is happening?
It's like, oh wow, Tim Burton knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm not worried. about
It
invasion
scares
because
me.
we are way more likely to kill our species off ourselves
Yeah, that's true.
before that happens.
It scares me more than it excites me.
An alien invasion would not excite you,
No, it would scare me.
but
You'd
excite
be
you. a little.
excited?
I mean, I think I'd feel almost lucky that I was alive for it. Temporarily alive for it.
Yeah, I'm not that way.
Really don't. I'm not scared of it happening. Like, if it happened, I wouldn't. My first reaction wouldn't be like, "Oh, they're gonna kill us all."
Yeah. Because
We
I
probably wouldn't even know it if they were gonna do that.
Yes.
We'd be gone.
If they had the capability of killing us, it would be like a world of. Yes, we wouldn't even know what hit us. It'd just be done.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, yeah, I guess this is all conjecture, but
No, I feel pretty sure. All right, Andrew, what category should we do next?
well, I'll go with podcast because I barely have anything for this.
Okay.
So I think the only new podcast I came across this year was the Tetragrammaton, Rick Rubin podcast, and I think this is going to serve simultaneously as my choice and my Ferguson. It's interesting and like sort of good. He like talks to really famous people like in music and beyond, sort of, and it's just weird like listening to these people back to back. The people themselves, I feel like, are not that interesting. Like it's like they're all working the exact same way, like top level, like just work all the time. So that's like all there is, really.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, and they do good stuff. Like they're good in things.
This is Rick Rubin?
Yeah.
Is he a good interviewer?
Sort of. I sort of like it. I mean, yeah, it's good in that it's more conversational than typical interviews with these people. So it's kind of interesting just to hear them a little more off the cuff.
Yeah. And we should mention Rick Rubin's one of the most famous music producers ever. Beastie Boys,
Jay-Z.
Johnny Cash,
Avett Brothers. Well, they're
Weezer.
later.
And I'm kind of interested in him a little, and I kind of dislike him a little too. So it's weird.
He's a little pretentious.
Oh yeah.
I hope he doesn't listen.
No, yeah. Red Hot Chili Peppers, that's a big one. I know that's a big one for him. Okay. Interesting. I haven't heard that one.
Actually, you want to hear what I did one time, and I think about it every time I hear Rick Rubin? I really don't like trash talk, and I'm not a troll, but I don't know what I was thinking, but one day I listened to this new Avett Brothers album. It has grown on me since, but at the time I didn't like it. And I tweeted everybody. I wrote, the new Avett Brothers album, Rick Rubin, more like Rick Ruin. That's what I tweeted, and I came across it. It was years ago, and I came across it, and I deleted it immediately. Like, oh, that is so mean.
Yeah, he probably saw it, and it probably stuck with him.
I imagine he's heard that nickname before.
Yeah.
Rick Ruin.
Yeah. I don't think you cracked it, but I
So
like
it
that you
wasn't
took it
very
down.
nice.
Yeah, you did the right thing. You live, you learn.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a big part of life.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Rick.
What's your podcast?
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Nothing. I don't really listen, except for you guys every once in a while. I'm really not a big podcast
That's okay.
listener. I don't.
It's totally okay.
Sorry.
I found one this year that I love. I think it started this year. It's called Bombing with Eric Andre. Bombing. Eric Andre pretty much talks to comedians about their he has some 3 questions. What's your worst bomb? What's bombing as in like did terribly, like, you know, people booing or leaving or whatever. What was the comedian's worst bomb? What's the worst bomb they've ever seen? And what was the most intoxicated or high or whatever they've ever been during a show? And it really spirals into fun conversations. Even when I don't know the comedian, like the stories are so funny that it doesn't really matter.
That's cool.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
And he's very calm. You know, it's like just him. Like he not doing an act.
Yeah.
He's like he's a good conversationalist, and I've learned has severe anxiety. So very relatable. So Bombing with Eric Andre. Did you have a close call?
No.
Okay. I'm assuming no close.
No. I mean, I listen to the Dax Shepard podcast sometimes.
Yeah. Armchair Expert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Love that theme song.
Yeah. But, I mean, that didn't come out this year. But
Oh, no, it doesn't have to come out this year.
Oh.
Just anything you kind of discovered.
Oh. Well, I probably discovered it last year, so
Okay.
still doesn't even count.
Like mine, I think my close call came out 5 years ago, but I discovered it recently, which is Song Exploder, which you take an artist and like they will track by track take you through the like writing and the recording of the song. So they'll like isolate tracks so you can hear it. So like Always did Archie Marry Me.
Oh, I love that song.
All sorts of different artists, all genres of music, but it's really cool, especially for me who I love like recording. I love hearing the artist talk about it and then hearing the isolated track of like, okay, here's what we did with it. So it's really cool. They kind of rip the tracks apart. Sometimes it's ultra famous songs and sometimes it's just an artist promoting whatever their new song is, which is kind of a bummer. Like Foo Fighters just did one, but it wasn't like Everlong. It was whatever their new poop single is. So yeah.
Do they ever like hear the isolated part and think like, boy, this isn't as good as I remembered?
No, I don't think so. I mean, they'll point out like imperfections, but to hear it a lot, you realize like, oh man, like so much is hidden up by the fact that there's 5 other tracks happening. But yeah, no. The other music podcast I'd want to shout out that did start this year is called A Life in Lyrics. If you're a big Beatles fan, this is Paul McCartney. Each episode's a different Paul McCartney song, and he kind of goes through how the song came about and the meaning of the lyrics. And this was done because a book came out this year called, I think the same name, A Life in Lyrics, which I think documents 300 Paul McCartney songs. So the guy had all this like tape of him interviewing McCartney. And,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
You know, who's a big Paul McCartney fan? Max.
Oh,
I know.
Biggest.
I know.
Love him.
huge.
I mean, I
is.
witnessed him go toe to toe with someone over whether Mozart or McCartney was better. And it's not a bad argument. It's not as stupid as it sounds.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
I mean, I'd rather listen to McCartney,
Yeah.
but the way the conversation was going, it was like
Come on.
Yeah.
comedic.
Yeah.
I don't have a Ferguson intro to you.
No.
Okay. No. Godspeed to all podcasters out there.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any idea what the top listened to podcast might have been this year?
Smartless.
No.
That would have been my guess.
It's something called Scamanda.
No way.
That's
Scamanda?
what it said.
Never even heard of it. Not that I'm
Yeah.
the podcast guru, but
It's some kind of, I think it's some kind of, like this lady was doing scams and then she found out she's going to die and things go in some direction. I
oh,
don't know.
interesting. Okay, maybe I'll listen to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Brad said Fly on the Wall. Justin said all the BOC Patreon episodes. Thanks, Justin. Marley said Splat Attack. Yeah, shout out to those guys. Ted said Tie with Big Orange Couch and The Best Show. Allie said The Girl God Experience. Nikki said Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. Shay picked Celebrity Memoir Book Club. Tim Beard said BOC. Vince said BOC. Kev said BOC. Damien said BOC. Come on, guys. There's better podcasts. Lacey said Frosted Tips with Lance Bass, besides BOC, obviously. Jordan said Ghost Story. Chris A said, let's see, how do you say this? Necronomipod? Necronomipod?
Necronomipod.
Yeah, Necronomipod.
Maybe it's horror or Evil Dead related.
Okay. Ashley picked the Halloweenies. Vaughn said Big Orange Couch, especially the Tale of the Last Dance, Drunk Pod Forever. Josh said Finding Mastery with Michael Gervais. Kylie picked Purple Stuff Podcast. John picked Pod Meets World. Clayton picked All Fantasy Everything. Jennifer picked BOC. And Deadhead also picked BOC. So thank you guys.
Thanks.
It's
Yeah.
very nice. Lots of good podcasts out there. New ones all the time.
Oh, you can delete this.
No.
But I just remembered a really cool event that you'd be like, and you might have heard, is that they're making another Spinal Tap. Did you hear about this?
Terrible idea. Go ahead.
I don't know. All the original.
All original cast?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be interesting. So
Yeah.
Christopher Guest is directing,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
Is Rob Reiner alive?
Yeah.
Oh, then maybe he'll direct.
Oh yeah, he did direct this one.
Wow.
Anyway, I forgot to mention
Okay.
that. It just popped in my head.
Yeah.
If it's the original guys, I will watch.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I would have watched even if it wasn't, but I would have had no faith.
I think they're filming it now. If I read that correctly.
Perfect. Okay. Love Spinal Tap. All right. Let's see. Let's go to albums.
Well, my album will sound familiar, I guess. Spiral Jetty by Gomez.
Hey, that was mine too. Can I just say that?
No way.
Yeah.
You're liars.
Most listened to, for sure.
No, I really liked it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You know, it's all instrumental, so it's very easy for me to listen to, like, no matter what I'm doing, if I'm working or
Yeah.
playing video games or something. So I love that, to be able to put it on during that. But really enjoyed it. Yeah.
That's me, Gomez Adams. I think people know at this point. I'm Gomez Adams, and then our friend Chris plays on about 70% of that album. So that was really fun to collaborate with him.
Yeah, we loved
Really
it.
cool.
Over in our house, it's a big listen.
Not at mine.
Andrew's right. Like, you can listen to it, and he's like, we listen when we're driving. I keep saying we, but I also
yeah.
if you're under the influence a little bit,
Sure.
it's also very good.
Yeah, it's a feel-good one to
Yeah.
me. I mean,
The reason I tried it is because I was writing and I realized just the value of like music that is melodic but you can zone out to, that you don't have to be listening to every note. I was like, it'd be fun to try making something like that.
Yeah, you did great.
Thanks.
yeah, awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I also picked my own album. No, I'm joking. Okay, so my favorite album of the year is an album by a guy named Dari Bay, who's from Burlington, Vermont. And the album is called Longest Day of the Year. Yeah, Longest Day of the Year. You know, he's an independent artist, really good. The whole album, it's really the only album I could play from start to finish this year and really like every song. They're all a little bit different. Some are really rocking, some are a little more folky, or a little more spacey, but I think a really talented songwriter. It's spelled D-A-R-I, Dari Bay. There's a whole great community of artists in Burlington, Vermont right now. Greg Freeman's a great artist, Flory. There's just a lot of like cool stuff happening, it seems, in Vermont musically right now. So love him. Please check out the album.
Thanks.
Close call?
My close call is Albert Hammond Jr., Melodies on Hiatus. Yeah, really great. I just, something about his sound and voice. It's all a nice package.
Yeah. And really so different than the Strokes.
Yeah.
You know, like he's the guitarist from the Strokes, but from the start, kind of what he's doing has very little in common. It's much more jaunty and...
Sounds like positive. No?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think you're wrong.
Cool. I don't think I haven't really gotten around to this album, so I'll have to bookmark this here. Cool. Melodies on Hiatus. Close call.
I wasn't sure which one to choose. I really like the new Andy Schaaf album, but I would say I listened to more of the new Jenny Lewis album, Joy.
I'm not a toy. I got heart. Follow the joy. I'm not a boy. The burden of
I'm really getting into her folky sound.
Yeah.
Some of the songs were but for the most part, I mean, I can listen to it straight through a few times. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
Good.
I like Jenny Lewis.
Yeah, she's great. Hard to beat. My close call is by a guy from Portland. His name is Bory, Bory. And his album is called Who's a Good Boy? Yeah, Bory.
Yeah, it's good. It almost
is really good.
sounds like it would be in a good 90s movie somewhere. It's like some background.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. He's kind of like really not perfected, but like just really competent in the power pop songwriting structure. Yeah, Who's a Good Boy? Pretty much straight through. It's a good listen, and yeah, makes you feel good.
You're like a good boy.
What's that?
Like a good boy. Is that what it's called?
Who's a good boy?
Oh, yeah.
Like you're the good boy.
Yeah,
Oh
you're
yeah,
a good
yeah,
boy.
yeah. Okay. Sorry.
That went
Step slow.
flat. That was my bomb.
Step slow bomb here. I tried stand up in college and it went pretty poorly.
Really? Didn't you do improv as well?
Yeah, I was better at improv.
Yeah.
But I immediately was just like, I'm going to do anti-comedy for the entire set. So it was so dry, no jokes, absurdist, and like, it was like, nah, I don't want to do this.
Who was your inspiration? You know what I mean? Like who's
like
energy?
Like Norm with no talent.
Okay.
Other albums people picked. Clayton picked Love as Projection by Frankie Rose. Justin picked 72 Seasons by Metallica. Marley picked Midnights. Ted picked Yola Tango, This Stupid World. Allie picked Heritage by Distant. Nikki picked Drop Cherries by Billy Martin. Shay picked Starcatcher by Greta Van Fleet. Tim picked 3 by Fi, F-I-E-H. Faux Fum. Vince picked Rockstar by Dolly Parton. Heck yes. Kev picked Norm by Andy Schaaf. Lacey picked Pollen by Tennis. Jordan picked Geese by picked 3D Country by Geese. Geese, great young band out of New York. They're like 20 and they sound like they're 45. They're just so good. Great album, 3D Country. Chris A picked Lucero, Should Have Learned by Now. Vaughn picked Rat Boys, The Window. Kylie picked Dury, Suburban Legend. Zach picked Olivia Rodrigo, Guts. And Deadhead picked Cartwheel by Hotline TNT. Oh, also Jonathan picked Hackney Diamonds by the Rolling Stones. Jeremy picked The Last of Us Season 1 soundtrack. And Justin S. picked Everything Is Alive by Slow Drive. Nice. Any Fergusons?
No.
Ferguson?
No. But I did see Jeff Goldblum came out with an album. I looked at a list of all the albums that came out.
A little jazzy?
That's what it is, right?
Yeah, jazz pianist.
I didn't listen to it. And it's not a Ferguson, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention it.
Yeah.
You guys had heard it.
Do you know top selling album this year?
Swift.
Yeah.
It's got to be a Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of it.
1989, Taylor's version.
Oh, that's right. She re-released everything with Taylor's version. It's
Yeah.
it's Taylor's year.
It
I
is.
don't.
It's like I'm trying to think of the cover art for this episode. Is it like Taylor in like a submarine? Or is that too morbid? Is that still too morbid for
No, that's pretty genius. Or her head on Oppenheimer's head.
With Travis Kelce, or
Yeah.
like maybe she's Barbie and
Yeah.
Travis Kelce is Ken.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'll play around with it.
Yeah. Later.
I'm sorry, Andrew. So yes, it was Taylor Swift.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Melissa, where are we going next?
Well, let's go to song.
Why not?
Just an album, so.
Okay. Well, just to go in line with Spiral Jetty, I picked two. Happy to Be Here and Winding Down as my.
Yeah, Happy to Be Here was one Chris really made that thing hum.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Really good on it.
Favorite song, Melissa?
I mean, I could have said something off Spiral Jetty, but I did not.
I'm glad for you not to. Go
I
ahead.
instead said Real Estates, Water Underground.
I come from a town not too far from here. There is a sound. Never figured out how to make it clear. I hear a song inside my head. Can't figure out what it's trying to say. I hear a voice inside.
Great. You've probably talked about it on here already.
Just briefly.
Oh.
I mean, if we were doing music videos, obviously that's a done deal.
Right, yes.
Water Underground, it was the Pete and Pete kind of ode, the video, Real Estate.
Such a nice jam.
Yeah, that is really.
And
great.
it really feels like a song that would have been on
Yeah.
the Pete and Pete soundtrack.
Yeah.
You know, like they were really channeling.
Yes, and the video is like it felt good. It didn't feel like it was just surface level stuff. I guess.
Yeah. All you really need is the band and the station wagon, and then everything else is just like kind of falls into place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, great song. Okay, my favorite song of the year is by the same guy, Dari Bay. The song is called River. The song is only 1 minute and 36 seconds, so it's like, bam, it's just like a really rocking jam. I love the melody, the vocal melody with the guitar melody is like, I always talk about this, but like launches some sort of chemical in my head that's like, this is melodically like where my brain is. So yeah, I just love that song. I actually messaged him. He seems pretty communicable, if that's the right word. But maybe, yeah. I mean, not that you're wrong, but like he kind of is. So I sent him a message being like, what are the lyrics to River? Which is an annoying thing to do, but I love the song so much, and I've been listening to it so much, and I can't make out what he's saying. And he did respond. He said, I haven't sang that in a long time. I'll get back to you. And then I never heard back. So I still don't know the lyrics to River. It's really annoying to me.
Have you made up your own?
I'm pretty certain on the first 3 lines. I have no idea on the last line. There's only 4 lines. All right. Close call?
My close call was Home Again, Albert Hammond Jr.
Home again.
Yeah, just that's just like the first one that struck me the first time I listened through it, or the first few times, I guess. Yeah, I don't know, just love him.
Yeah.
The whole album's good, but that's the one, I guess, right now.
Right on. Cool. Melissa, close call?
I mean, outside of the Spiral Jetty, I guess Jenny Lewis Psychos. That's a good one.
Life goes in cycles. It's a merry-go-round. I've been working off that juju from my home.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Good song.
one.
Did you catch her when she came to town?
No,
Okay. That's all right.
I know. I fell off the wagon. I was good at seeing people when they came in because Cleveland's a pretty great city for live shows.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I gotta get back on. I think Always is coming, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Got my
In real
tickets.
estate.
Yeah,
right?
I'd like to go to that. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Awesome. My close. Well, let me work down my list real fast.
Okay.
I want to start by shouting out our friend Chris, who's on the podcast frequently. His band, Hilo Beef, released an album this year, and I love the song It Could Have Gone the Other Way.
Took her to the grave. It could have gone the other way. The boy might have made a left and the girl had been saved. And all this life he wouldn't have to bow and pray.
Really country, just feel good country. He does I think a lot. He does the guitars mostly and the bass. But yeah, proud of Chris. Great album, Gila Beef.
I liked it a lot.
That's spelled Gila, Gila Beef. Not for you, but yeah.
Yeah, it is good. I totally forgot. Well, I think when did this come out?
Maybe in the summer.
Okay, yeah. I definitely listened to it for a while after it came out.
Yeah.
I should have mentioned that. I completely forgot.
No, yeah. Wonderful album. Love the song Nothing on This Earth Can Make Me Smile by Dougie Poole. A beautiful acoustic song. Hello Hi by Munya, a great French singer. People Please by Mapache is a really good folk rock song. Wasted on You by Andy Schaaf, our Canadian hero. Quarry by Wednesday is a really great rocking song. Cartoon Logic by Radiator Hospital is a great rocking song. But my close call for the year is the guitarist from Big Thief. His name is Buck Meek, and he has a song called Haunted Mountain.
I was walking through the valley on my own. Darkness all around me. I looked to the sky and saw you wreathed all around in a golden cloud.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, just really great feel. I don't know, not much to say besides it's just a song that every time I put it on, there's no impulse to skip. Which nowadays in the modern world, that's kind of the indicator. Every time it comes on, I just find myself singing, and I'll be 4 minutes into it and be like, oh, yeah, I just love this song. I don't want to drop. So yeah, Haunted Mountain by Buck Meek.
Yeah, I like it. I saw you posted your favorite songs playlist.
Yeah.
And that reminded me that last year I listened to that a lot when you posted that.
Cool. I really stand behind this year's playlist. I think it's you just hit shuffle.
I'll listen on my drive home tonight.
Perfect.
Wait.
Any Ferguson's, Andrew?
You know what? I didn't. I don't know why I didn't. I'm sure there's something out there.
Tons of bad stuff. Maybe as we're getting older, it just feels not where I want to. Not
slush.
Well, but not where I don't want to put my energy into figuring out what I don't like.
Yeah. Right.
I don't want to make time for that. Because there's so much not to like. So it's here's the stuff I like. But, that's not to say I won't have a Ferguson somewhere down the line here.
Oh, sure. Top song this year? Or most downloaded, I guess.
Is it a Taylor song?
No. Shockingly.
Drake?
No.
I feel like
Oh, is it Bad Bunny?
No.
Oh.
Feels sort of weird to me.
The Weeknd?
No.
Who is it? No, who is it?
Oh.
Miley Cyrus.
Oh, never mind.
Flower.
Yeah.
Is it Flowers?
Flowers.
Okay, yeah, Flowers, okay.
Not a bad song.
I meant to listen to it.
It's really not a bad song.
Yeah.
Andrew,
let's just blow through video games real quick, because I know
Okay.
you guys maybe don't have as much. Not that I have a lot. And these didn't even come out. This didn't even come out this year. But I've been playing Smash Brothers Ultimate a lot, and and it's great. You know, it's maybe to me. I know people like the GameCube one, maybe the best, but I think I like this a little more than the.
It's on the
GameCube.
Switch.
Yeah,
but it's not the first one that came out for the Switch. It's a different one.
I don't know. Well, this might just be Ultimate. Like, might just be the same thing, but like, just a little different features.
I think it's the one I play. Maybe. Anyway, Smash Bros. Smash Bros. For the Switch is good. Yeah, it's really good.
You know who downloaded that? Christmas night after we got home from Grandma's, because he said he needs to train to beat you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Max?
It was Max. You guessed it.
I just barely talked to him about it a little bit, and he was immediately like, "Oh, I'm amazing at this." He claimed he was like in the top 500 in the world.
Like
Wow.
the Paul McCartney like argument. Like,
Oh my goodness.
he's
I'm not sure how
very
he
sure of
determined
himself.
this, but yeah.
See, Smash Bros. Is always a game where I'm like, how can anybody be good at this? It just seems like smashing buttons. Like hitting as many buttons at once.
It almost seems that way until you play somebody that like really knows what they're doing. And you're like, oh, I see how you're supposed to be playing this.
I see. Okay. Yeah. Maybe it's the learning the buttons I just don't like.
I can't. I played one time with Max, of course, and he just destroyed me in a second. So I can't even enjoy it or like learn. So, and it's memorizing all the buttons and what does what. I just don't have the patience for it anymore.
Sure.
Yeah. Fair enough. Any video games?
Yeah. Well, one that came out this year that I loved, like the best game of the year, is City Skylines 2. There's a lot of bugs that need fixed, but I mean, it's better than the first one already. I'm really enjoying it. It's very relaxing. But the game that I'm, I'd say, addicted to, and I'm playing way more often than I should, and I'm letting go of some responsibilities and other things in my life, and it's just some things are falling apart because I cannot stop playing, is Farthest Frontier. It's, I just love these kinds of games. Either you're in the Middle Ages and you're building a village and you're getting your resources and you're building your cobbler shop so your villagers can have shoes, and then it's just you're managing all the resources and your population and like who works where, and it's very, very fun.
Sounds like
it's
it.
all I do. It's pretty bad.
Nice. What's it called again?
Farthest Frontier.
Farthest Frontier.
Highly recommend it. Very easy. Like, anybody can learn how to play it. But it's good.
Nice.
Get ready, though. Get ready to give up
Be
your
hooked.
life to play this game. I mean, I'm on Reddit. I have a name in Reddit, and I'm on forums. I've never done that before. There's a site where you could pre-build your map, so when you where you know where you're gonna put all your stuff.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm done
Wow,
talking.
you're down the rabbit hole.
I really am. Yep.
Nice.
Anyway, Farthest Frontier.
Oh, you know what I should have picked for my event of the year? I got guinea pigs.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
And I love these guinea pigs. They are just a delight.
Instagram.
They're a delight.
Yeah.
Is
I
that
bet
the
there
whole
aren't
thing?
many guinea
Yeah.
pig Instagram.
Oh, there are. I'm here to tell you there are. Okay. Wait, where were we?
Video games.
Oh. I don't have a video game. I play games on my phone that are like brain games, like find the letters that make this word, or
Like a word search?
putting balls in tubes that are all the same color
Okay.
and trying to make sure it works out evenly.
Yeah, that's fun. Have you done the one with the vials with the colors in them? And
I think that's maybe what I'm talking about.
oh, well, never mind.
This is slightly off topic, but maybe I'm an idiot, but this is the first year that I realized that crossword puzzles, like in the paper, aren't, like, the clues aren't, like, set up so that the answer has to be something. You know what I mean? Like, it almost could, like, I've seen clues that, like, it could be multiple different answers that will fit.
I don't know.
I think I know what you're talking about, where it could be like multiple words and it would still work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really annoying. I always thought it was like a lot more. put together than
No, yeah, it is.
Well, my close call was Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Oh,
so good.
Yep.
Mario Kart is always fun. Every one of them.
Yeah.
Love it.
Do you like... The only thing I don't like, and I'm sure I'm just an originalist here, I don't like the float device.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I
I'm
mean,
good
these
with
other
float.
stuff I hate
feel like
more.
I lose the momentum. I just let me land.
I don't understand how some of them are faster than others.
Yeah.
Choosing between them, I think is silly.
Everybody should have to drive the same car. Period.
Oh, nonsense.
Or bike.
Come
You're
on.
driving a cart?
Yeah, I love the bikes.
Yeah, I'm on a bike.
Well, either.
Oh. You're a cart guy?
I'll still beat you.
Oh, well,
That's...
You don't think a cart can beat a bike?
No.
Ever?
Well,
You don't think it's the gamer?
it's possible, but
I also,
I don't know
I
about
will
in this
say,
situation.
and I know Max would make sure, he would be mad if I didn't mention that I do use the stupid cheat on the back, like the help thing,
Oh.
the little antenna. Do you know what I'm talking about?
So it keeps you on the
Yeah, he
map.
says it's cheating, and I don't think that it is, but he gives me
If they let you
shit
do
for
it.
It's significantly easier with it on.
It is, but I win,
Sure. Okay.
so...
Okay.
I've never used it.
Well,
Really?
the thing...
Oh, you probably do and you don't even know it. You don't know that you're
Oh,
using
you
it.
might. You gotta turn it off.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow. Maybe I'm using it.
Like, is
Are
there
you-
this
have you
little
been just
antenna
doing
that's like
perfect?
yellow on the end, a little yellow dot on
I
it?
haven't noticed that.
have you ever
We'll have you
flown
over.
off the level?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's probably not.
Never mind.
The thing I hate most is how the blue shell can hit you, even if you're not first.
Yes.
Really annoying.
Very annoying. Yeah, there's a lot of item stuff happening that can be aggravating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a close call?
For what?
Video games?
Oh, well, I said City Skylines and then I said Farthest Frontier.
Okay.
So, that's it.
Ferguson's?
No, I don't have Ferguson. But I do have the top selling game this year. I'm assuming you guys don't have Ferguson's.
No.
Sorry.
Harry Potter?
Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, I saw that last week, and it just seems like a lie.
you don't think
Because
it's
whatever
that
I think Call of Duty's second or something,
Oh,
like
yeah.
there's no way Harry Potter outsold Call of Duty, but maybe I guess.
Those Harry Potter fans, they've been waiting for a good Harry Potter game. Finally
I
did.
just feel like Harry Potter fans aren't really playing a lot of video game. Like Call of
I
Duty
don't know, they like
people
magic.
are like...
It seems like
maybe.
in the same realm.
Yeah.
Ish.
Maybe.
All right, let's go to TV.
You know, I'll tell you, I don't know how you guys felt about these shows this year, but new shows this year, I think, is thumbs down. Not many of them that I loved.
Okay.
In fact, I even cheated on my best
no.
pick. Yeah.
It's a reoccurring season.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel that I can get away with it because of the anthology nature of it.
Sure.
But I gotta say Fargo.
Oh man, it's so
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been really great this season. Totally worth the wait since last time. What's Juno Temple's like the main character?
John
and
Hamm.
John Hamm. Really great. Especially also, you know, watching Ted Lasso. Like I had this picture of Juno Temple now in my mind, and like in this, I'm like, oh, she's great.
Yo,
like,
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not over as we're recording this, but it's kicking a lot of butt.
Yes. Yeah.
Especially after season. I didn't mind season 4, but it was a little bit of a letdown.
I agree. Yeah.
I love the movie so much that
Oh.
I never even watched the show.
No way.
Yeah, I just...
It's
If you
really-
like the
it?
movie,
Great.
as someone who loves Fargo, the
Yeah.
movie,
I'll love the show.
I don't know if you'll love it, but I think you'll appreciate it.
Yeah, okay.
Especially some seasons. To me, season 2 and so far 5 are like, wow. Season
give it a go.
1's really good. 3's pretty good. 4's you could leave or take it. Kind of like Twilight Zone.
And they're all different. It's like True Detective, kind of. Like they're standalone.
Say again.
It's like True Detective, like
Yeah.
standalone.
Yep. No reoccurring characters.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Fargo season 5 has kicked butt. Favorite show of 23?
I had a hard time deciding just because there wasn't a lot that I didn't like. But I really did enjoy very much Jury Duty. I
So funny.
loved it. I
So
thought
funny.
it was so original. I thought it was great.
Do you know it?
No, I'm not even aware of it.
Tell us a little
Really?
bit about it, Melissa.
Well, it all started out when the people that created The Office had an idea to have a show where everybody's improv actors and like scripted still, but like loosely scripted, but there's one guy who doesn't know that they're all actors and it's all scripted. So they put out an ad for somebody to be on jury duty, which would, working in a courthouse, that's not how it works at all. But you can be, you be a part of a jury, but it's documented, you know, like for a show. So this really sweet guy named Ronald responded, and so he's part of a jury, and all these crazy things go on, all these little antics. James Marsden is in it, like, as himself.
As a jerk.
Yeah,
as himself.
Yeah, but like an elevated version of like a Hollywood like butthole, and it's just great. So the whole time he has no idea that none of this is real.
I love when he said, "Oh, you're in Sonic 2?"
Yes.
And then James Marsden's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh yeah, I heard it's not very good."
Yeah, that's what he said. And James Marsden said that was his favorite thing. He's like, that just gave me so much to work with. Like, it was perfect. It blew his ego a little, and then he came back the next day and he's like, hey, I watched it last night.
It was really good.
It was actually pretty good.
Yeah. And what was the James Marsden movie he was obsessed with? Sex Drive? Or something?
Yeah, something like kind of obscure, but like, yeah, not the best movie.
Yeah, I think it was maybe Sex Drive.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
But
anyway, Jury Duty is very fun.
Very good.
Very good. Allie also shouted out Jury Duty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope did I do a good job explaining it, Andrew? Do you
Yeah,
understand?
I thought before you explained it, I thought it was going to be like a reboot of the Pauly Shore movie.
I'd also take that.
Yeah.
Okay, my pick is currently, I've not finished it yet, but it's a new show currently on Showtime. That is The Curse with Nathan Fielder and Emma Stone and Benny Safdie, who's so good in it. Mm-hmm. This is also Shay's pick, and Allie shouted out as well. If you like Nathan Fielder's brand of comedy, Nathan For You, The Rehearsal, then the show will work, I think, totally for you. Even if you don't, it's just like... if you're a David Lynch fan, I think the show might also work for you. It's so bizarre, and like there's this tone to the show and this writing to it that I feel is not comparable to any other show on television. It's about Nathan Fielder and Emma Stone play a couple in New Mexico who want to be an HGTV couple, and so they're like attempting to make this show called Flip Panther.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it's really a show about like classism and like, you know, these two white rich people who go to this kind of struggling New Mexican town and like trying to like flip it, and you know,
it's great.
Yeah, it's really good. And Nathan Fielder's acting is way better than I thought it could be.
Yeah. I thought so too.
Okay, it's on my list.
It's still, isn't it still airing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you have Paramount Plus, you can watch it.
It just looked like Nathan being like how I assume he is in every situation.
Yeah.
But
I just feel like he's always doing a bit. Like no matter where you see him.
I mean, it seems like that's just who he is.
Yeah. You don't think so?
I don't think that's who he is. I think that's his brand of humor for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's doing a bit. Like the real... you see glimmers of him. Like, Grandson's Pee was like one of my favorite like scenes ever, because he actually... You could see in his eyes, like, are you serious?
He couldn't believe what he was experiencing. Yeah. That's Nathan for you.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, Close Call TV.
My official close call is The Last of Us. Very good. I was surprised how good it was, especially after like Walking Dead kind of drove that sort of idea into the ground this last year or two. But it was great. Excellent. A lot of good episodes. Like, did a really good job of like weaving stuff into the main story that was otherwise like a separate little side story or whatever, stuff like that. Really cool looking too. Besides that, the Yu Yu Hakusho live action series on Netflix is surprisingly good. It's based on an anime. I feel like they're just like sort of finally starting to figure out how to make anime live action. Lucky Hank.
I never saw that. That's Bob Odenkirk.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty good. Fall of the House of Usher, I really enjoyed.
You did?
Yeah, I know you didn't like it.
Oh.
You didn't like it either?
I'll get to it.
Oh my god.
In his Ferguson.
Come on.
In my Fergusons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just say it. I thought it was a
Terrible.
Mike Flanagan.
This is insanity.
Mike Flanagan for me was batting 100%.
Yep.
And I thought this really fell flat.
I concur.
Okay, this is insane. As far as I'm concerned.
The whole thing was awful. It was worse and worse and worse. But, Max was making us finish it. He's like, well, we gotta finish it. And I was like, I was dreading having to sit in front of the TV and watch it every night. I couldn't wait
What
for it to
didn't
be
you
over.
like about it exactly?
Just the characters were
Yes,
terribly
characters were
written.
bad.
And it just...
Dialogue was bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
It
the dialogue's
was so
always
cheesy.
a
It
little
was
off
just
to me,
so...
it's
It was like he didn't even write it. It was...
Okay, you guys might hold him to like a higher esteem than I do. I mean, I think he's good.
Did you see
but
the
like,
other?
Yeah, all his series are
How
like
can you even
8s out of
compare?
10s for me, which is
Oh,
good.
no.
Very good. Which is right where this is.
that first
Hill House and...
The Haunting of Hill House is a 10 out of 10.
That was like a
Midnight
maybe
Mass.
8.5 or 9.
No.
Midnight Mass
10 out of
was
10.
amazing.
Midnight Mass is 9 out of 10.
Midnight Mass is good, right in line with his stuff.
Gerald's
in
Game,
general.
9 out of 10.
He did that?
Yeah.
I didn't think that was very good.
Oh,
Wait, you liked?
I loved it.
That felt like a cheesy, like
Oh,
midnight
boy.
movie in the 90s.
I
to me.
liked it. Maybe that's why I liked it.
All right. Also, A Murder at the End of the World, I've been watching. Pretty good.
Hold on. Also Ashley's pick.
Oh, cool. The new Frasier,
I haven't watched it.
I mean, I don't absolutely love it, but it does have a few episodes that I found myself, like, completely engrossed in by the end and was, like, feeling it again. Where I was like, okay, they can almost do it. Like, they've almost got, maybe one more season they might, like, grasp a little magic. A couple other shows from this year. Shrinking was pretty good, I thought.
Hold on, someone mentioned it.
I want to check that one out.
Kylie mentioned Shrinking.
Nice.
That's Harrison Ford and
Jason
Segel.
yeah.
And I did enjoy Poker Face.
It's on my close call list.
Me too.
Cool. I mean, it's a little cheesy, but
not
I
perfect.
like it.
Yeah, it's not perfect.
It keeps me wanting to watch it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Poker Face is Natasha Lyonne.
It's like a detective story.
Columbo.
Yeah.
Like she's solving a mystery every episode.
Yeah, I love it.
But yeah, good guest stars.
Yeah.
And it's done by, what's his name?
Ryan Johnson
Yeah.
of Knives Out.
I like it.
Yeah. Cool. You have a close call?
Just The Curse and Poker Face, which we talked about.
Perfect.
Yeah.
My official close call's on Netflix. It's a show called Kunk on Earth.
Oh.
But Abraham Lincoln's story didn't have a happy ending. 5 days after the North won, a terrible fate befell him. He was forced to go to the theatre to watch a play. He was put out of his misery by a kindly gunman, but cruelly, not until the third act. Abraham Lincoln was shot in the theatre box, wasn't he? Where is that on the body?
Oh, I think you're referring to the physical location he was in when he was shot, which was in the presidential box at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C.
And why was he shot? Was it because he wouldn't take his hat off? Because that's quite annoying in the theatre, isn't it, when someone's in front of you with a hat on?
Well, he was in the presidential box, so there wasn't anyone behind him, as far as I know. But he was shot by a man named John Wilkes Booth, who was a believer in the Confederacy.
How did being shot in the head affect Lincoln's ability to lead?
Well, it ended it because he died about 12 hours after he was shot.
So he couldn't carry on?
He couldn't, no, not as a corpse, unfortunately.
I've heard of it somehow.
I watched it, the first episode, I think.
And you didn't like it?
It was like a before bed thing, and never picked it back up.
Okay. She's played by her on the show. Her name's Philomena Kunk, and she's played by an actress named Diane Morgan. She's a British comedian, and she's so funny. And it's like a mockumentary of the history of mankind, so from like prehistoric to modern day. And she's really stupid, just like so beyond stupid. And she'll interview like historians, and but the jokes are so well written. Like she just, I don't know. Episode 3 on American History, I've watched probably 5 times this year. It just makes me laugh so hard. There's this segment about Lincoln's assassination where she's just crushing it.
I have a question. Do the historians know that she's joking? Or...
I don't think initially they do.
Okay.
Because you see a lot of them as the interview's going on. You can see the uncomfort of them thinking they're talking to someone really stupid. And like, and like trying to phrase it in a way. And sometimes they'll like be too nice and be like, she'll like be like, so it's kind of like this, which is like something way off. And they'll be like, yeah, I could see kind of how you would like. So that's also the fun of watching the academic person squirm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kunk on Earth. I want to shout out a little mini series called Paul T. Goldman, which is a fascinating show, really funny, about a guy who writes these mystery novels. And he has all these legal battles. He's hard to describe. He seems like a character out of a movie, but he's not. Paul T. Goldman. Check that out. Last of Us, I also really liked on HBO, as well as Josh and Damien. Beef on Netflix was a show I liked.
That was very popular. I still haven't watched it.
Stephen Yeun from Walking Dead and Minari, and he's a great actor. Jury Duty I loved. Dead Ringers, a remake on Amazon Prime with Rachel Weisz.
Yes.
Yeah, Rachel Weisz. She is so good in it. Plays these twin doctors. I watched it when I had COVID, and it was like the perfect combination of like sick and weird, like at that moment. You know, it's just like sometimes you just see something at the right moment, and it's like, boy, Dead Ringers is perfect right now. So I really like that. Reoccurring seasons, Fargo for sure. What We Do in the Shadows had a killer season.
The Bear.
The Bear was back, and
I think
so good.
I think better maybe than the first season overall.
Yeah.
I know, and I thought they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
They couldn't top the first season.
It was great.
I Think You Should Leave season 3. Party Down came back this year, and it was really fun.
It was great.
They really didn't miss a beat.
No.
It was like right back at it. What was the other one I wanted to? Oh, of course, Barry and Secession ended, but my favorite season of Barry. I really loved it.
Okay.
Loved it.
I mean, I loved the twist, let's say. I felt, though, that the final episode was like, I know people love it. My feeling was like...
It's so good.
It felt like they were just like, okay, we got to just wrap up every one of these storylines here. And they just did it. You know?
And it felt great.
It
did it in a funny way.
Like, it just... Maybe I just didn't
that last
connect
scene
with it. Like,
that last scene feels like a whole series leading up to this joke.
I guess maybe it was my fault. Like, maybe I'm getting just... I couldn't really, like, follow the Hank thing completely. Maybe I'm just, like, you know...
Nah, it's all right.
Didn't see the whole thing. But I felt similarly about the Succession finale, where I was like...
Yeah.
When it was over, I was like, oh, I no longer need to watch this anymore.
That's true. That's true. I felt that as well a little bit. But, okay. Any Fergusons?
Oh, yeah. You better believe it.
Oh, wait.
My Ferguson is The Idol.
I didn't watch any of it.
Oh, God.
I watched the first few episodes and couldn't stomach it.
It was exactly like a erotic thriller that would be on Showtime in the 90s, except it had like currently famous people in it. And it just... It felt like one of those things that by the end, there's a kind of a twist at the end, and it just feels like the whole thing was the people making it being like, look how clever we are. And it wasn't even that clever. Like,
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, super cheesy. Just you know, nothing.
It was awful.
Ferguson?
Wait, we're on a TV show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Usher show. Follow the House of Usher for sure.
This is insanity.
Stinkerville.
Okay, well.
Stinkerville.
Crazy.
Is there a Rotten Tomatoes? Like,
yeah.
I mean, you guys. I mean, okay.
I guarantee you, it's not. It can't. It can't be rated that high.
Wow, it is.
No.
Yes, it is.
Nobody has taste.
It has a 90%.
Vindicated.
I just don't
Vindicated.
see it. Critics or audience?
Critics 90, audience 80.
That's gotta be
audience 80. It's
just
not like
feel like we're
audience
not watching
50.
this
Well, the
Show.
audience score is always wrong. Always. But that is that's a good critic score.
I don't know. A lot of times I'll see the critic score and be like, "What the hell is happening in this world?" And I'll look at the audience score and like
it depends.
mercifully.
It depends on the thing. Either way, both are wrong here.
Right. Yeah, that's the conclusion.
Listener picks. Jonathan picked The Irrational. Jeremy picked The Last of Us. Justin S. picked season 2 of Yellow Jackets. Clayton picked Scott Pilgrim Takes Off on Netflix. Brad picked Dark Winds. Justin picked School Spirits. Marley picked The Toys That Built America. Ted picked season 2 of The Bear. Vince picked Hell's Kitchen. Tim Beard picked The Muppets Mayhem by default because it's the only thing I watched. Nikki said, "Can I just pick Jeopardy every year?" Lacey, Killing It season 2 if allowed, or Big Brother Reindeer Games if not. Chris A picked Ahsoka. Kylie picked How To with John Wilson, which sadly ended this year. Amazing season.
Awesome.
Yep. Zach picked The Bear season 2, and Deadhead picked Sex Education. Yeah.
Nice.
Shows that ended this year: Gossip Girl. One that really hurt me: Restaurant Impossible.
Oh, I love that show.
Love.
I didn't know they were still making new ones.
Like every couple of years.
Oh. What's that streaming on?
I don't know. It was Food Network, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I looked it up. Robert Irvine was the guy who did that show. 40% of the restaurants are still open.
Pretty good. I mean,
considering how much of a shit show they are when they go in,
Yeah,
it's
those
not
people,
a bad rating.
you can't even believe they have
Yes,
the,
you're right.
the capability to run a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like these types of shows are like comforting for some people or something, but for me it's like I'm watching these and I'm like stressed out for them.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but you like The Bear.
Well, that's totally different.
There's no
yeah,
there's
it's
no
scripted.
stakes really.
Yeah, that's true.
Tucker Tonight, Perry Mason, Late Late Show with James Corden, The Goldbergs, NCIS LA, Judge Mathis, Dr. Phil, Secession, Barry, How To with John Wilson, Winning Time, Reservation Dogs, sad to see it go, Billions, The Crown, and Archer all end in 2023. A lot of good stuff ending.
We're finally rid of Dr. Phil from the airwaves.
I wouldn't count on it.
Well, probably not.
Probably run for president. Okay.
I have the top streamed and top broadcast.
Squid Games?
I saw something say that, but I don't think it was only
okay.
The top stream seems to be The Night Agent. It's a Netflix like action show, and the top broadcast was Yellowstone, not counting sports.
That makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Do you guys watch that show?
Yellowstone?
Yeah.
I don't.
I haven't.
Me either.
I mean, everybody loves it so much.
I know.
Then
My boss has a Yellowstone coat with like he got it from the ranch, to look like he's
wow.
People love that show.
The most surprising thing is I always thought that show took place in like the 1800s. So when I saw an episode, I'm like, is this like an alternate episode where it's like in the future?
Right.
And it was like, no, the shows takes place now. That's lame.
Well, the prequel has Harrison Ford and takes place in the 1800s.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't it?
Maybe. I
mean, it's called 18 something.
Oh, okay.
And it's the prequel.
Harrison Ford, okay.
Right.
There was that other show that was like sort of a Western type thing, but it was like sci-fi, like Free Range maybe or something. Something like Range or but after that, I was like, I can't go to Yellowstone. Like this thing is cool. And Yellowstone's nothing
For Dad. Melissa, what category you want to go to?
We only have 2 left, right?
Yeah.
Let's do books. I feel like we should end on movies.
Okay.
Yeah, that feels good. Well, my favorite book that I read this year, didn't come out this year, was Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. It's by Douglas Adams.
Say that 3 times fast. Wait, really? Can you re-say it? Because I had a hard time.
Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency.
Okay.
It's a detective book, but like more like a metaphysical detective book. And I coincidentally have read a few detective books in the last couple of years, and this was just like I was like, oh, this is how you make a detective book interesting. Just a really fun, quick read, complicated at the same time to like fully understand like what's all going on in the plot all the time, but in not a frustrating way, I don't think.
Man.
So yeah, it's fun.
I had never even heard of that one.
Yeah.
But it sounds great.
Yeah, they just they had a 2-season TV show with Elijah Wood based on it a few years ago. That was also very good.
Gotcha. Okay.
I mean, I don't read a whole lot. I'd like to. It's just a busy year.
Yeah.
I really only read like self-help books and like celebrity memoirs. So I read Selma Blair's book, which is pretty good. Yeah.
What's it called?
Mean Baby.
Mean Baby.
Yeah. I think she was called that as she was growing up.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was good. I mean, she's had a crazy life. You know, she's struggling with MS. She's coming out the other side.
That's cool.
Yeah. She's pretty cool. I like her.
Yeah, I like her.
And she dated Jason Schwartzman, which I didn't know.
Huh.
Like for years.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Like one of her like biggest loves of her life was Jason Schwartzman.
Wish I could say that.
I know, right?
Cool.
Nice.
The only book I really got deep into this year was a book called The Sacred Wisdom of Native Americans by Larry Zimmerman. It pretty much explores all aspects of Native American culture throughout time, different tribes, different rituals, traditions, myths. Yeah. Close call?
Nice. My close call is Who Censored Roger Rabbit by Gary K. Wolfe. It's the book that Roger Rabbit was based on. Not nearly as good of a story as the movie. And this is like it's like a detective novel, but not as good as Dirk Gently. But it was fun.
Right on.
Pretty well written.
Cool.
And that's it.
No book.
I mean, I could name like some of the self-help books, but I mean, who cares?
Yeah, no close call for me. I'll read some of our listener picks. Vince picked The Woman in Me. That's the Britney Spears book.
Yes. Max and I listened to that audio, and it was really...
Juicy?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
I heard it didn't make
No
Justin
offense.
Timberlake look very good.
Oh, well, no. I mean, Max really wanted to listen to it.
Is he canceled?
I don't think so. I mean, it was...
Just a bad
I
boyfriend.
don't think I should make a comment on it because it does contain a very sensitive topic to a lot of people, political topic.
Okay.
But Max wanted to listen to it because it was his childhood crush.
Brittany was.
Oh, yeah. So he
Brittany
really
bitch.
wanted to hear it. Yeah, Brittany bitch. But now we just enjoy your Instagram videos.
Who? Me?
Britney Spears.
Oh.
What are you doing?
You sound like you said your Instagram.
Oh, no,
things.
her.
Okay.
Her that. Anyway, sorry to interrupt. I don't know why I brought that up, but didn't finish it.
Okay. Nikki picked Hello Molly. Clayton picked The Sacrificers. Lacey picked The Milky Way, an autobiography of our galaxy.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, that does sound good. Chris A. picked Night Fever. Tim Beard picked Do a Power Bomb. Shay picked The Last Word. And Marley picked The Princess Diaries Quarantine Princess. Yeah. So, a couple books out there. Do you have a Ferguson, Andrew? Dairy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually did enjoy this, so it's not a total Ferguson, but it's The Scarlet Gospels by Clive Barker. It's the follow-up to The Hellbound Heart, which is like the novella that was where Hellraiser came from. And while I enjoyed this, it was like the original book is like gritty, like gross, kind of just like makes you feel kind of gross just reading it. But this like all of a sudden turned into like more cartoony sort of. It was for anyone who has watched any of the Hellraisers, it's almost like going from Hellraiser 1 to Hellraiser 3, where the first one it's like disgusting and like just like grotesque, and then the third one's like they're shooting CDs out of their face and stuff. You're like, oh my god,
sounds good to me.
I mean, it was fun. It just like couldn't really compare to the original.
Yeah. All right.
I have a question. If you, because you're a big reader, do you ever not finish a book? Like, if it's not that good?
A few times. I mean, I have done it.
Yeah.
I typically don't. I typically like to go through them, but if I get halfway through and I am not feeling something about it,
Yeah.
then I'll quit.
Okay. Hmm. What about you? Quit
I
books?
guess, yeah.
Yeah. If you have to.
I don't really read that often.
Time is a valuable resource.
Right. Yeah. And I always get new ones, like, for
Yeah.
some reason, so then...
Yeah, it is. I'll go to a store and be like, I must have this book, and I
Yeah.
have 20 books I have.
Exactly. Yeah, I have a ton
Way
on
more
my
than that.
nightstand.
Yeah. Okay. Shall we finish with movies?
Oh, wait a minute.
Best-selling book?
Yep.
Sorry. I don't know.
Something
idea.
called The Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yaros. It's
Okay.
I noticed there was dragon riding happening in it, so I guess it's a fantasy,
Okay.
big fantasy book.
I would have guessed the Prince Harry book.
Oh, yeah,
that was
Spare.
A big, Spare.
I didn't even see it mentioned.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Top sellers.
Okay.
I listened to a clip. Doesn't he talk about his penis at some point?
At
You
length,
tell me,
there's a whole
Melissa.
chapter.
Is there?
No,
Oh.
Oh, chapter.
I don't know, but I remember memes playing the recording, like why do you feel the need to talk about this? But all right.
Is he proud?
I don't
I'm proud
know.
of my
I'll play the
body.
clip. I'll play
Yeah.
the clip.
He's got a positive body image. That's great.
I don't think it's like that.
The penis of a prince.
That was the original working title.
They made him change it. You've got to talk about something else, Harry. Okay. All right, let's do movies. A great year for movies.
Oh,
Unbelievable year for
Wow,
me. Best since
Oh, Andrew the
19.
All right, whatever. I mean, we'll hear them. I didn't see a ton of movies this year, but my top, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, loved it.
Princess Peach? Here we are. I guess love really makes a guy come out of his shell. Let's rule the world. Together. Forever. Will you marry me?
Oh, yes! What? We have found the princess and the mustachioed human. He has defeated Donkey Kong and won the Kong army.
So, like, Peach was super impressed?
It appears so, yes. They are heading toward their secret passage.
Oh, they think they can surprise me, huh? Two can play at that game.
Loved every second of it. I mean, I felt like people were kind of wishy-washy about it, around me at least. And I was like, this is amazing. I mean,
I can't wait to hear what else you've seen that is better than.
Oh, I mean, it was just done really. It's like
Yeah.
exactly what I would want out of a Mario movie. I mean, I love the original Mario movie, but that was like a weird horror, like acid trip type thing.
Yeah.
This is like the first proper one, you know.
It is a proper Mario movie. It was not bad. It was my 38th favorite movie. Wow.
Oh wow. Jeez.
Which is still, I still thought it was good. That's what kind of movie year we're talking. Also, Corey picked it and Vince.
Nice. I love it.
Yeah. It was a huge sensation.
I think
I'm glad you loved it.
I think I was just like expecting it to be like another kids movie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I thought it was like written well. The way everything progressed, it felt good.
It was a good Mario story. Yeah. Did you see it?
It was one of those where I was kind of sleeping. Max watched it.
Oh, okay. So not really.
Yeah, not really.
Also, just to say, it looked amazing.
It
I
did
love
look
the
amazing.
textures
Yes.
and yeah.
I remember that much.
And I love this how they split up Mario's world as like a real Mario world,
Yeah.
and but not our world.
Yeah.
But then and a fake and the Mushroom Kingdom. I mean.
Yeah. No, it was cool. Were you okay with Chris Pratt not doing an Italian accent?
Yeah. Totally fine.
I missed it.
Also, I really feel like they were very careful in what information they like added to the Mario universe.
Yeah.
And like we're really good about keeping old stuff in and consistent stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah. Big year for Mario.
Yeah.
Mario and Taylor Swift. What was your favorite movie of 2023?
You know, I still haven't decided. I have the four best
wow.
movies that I think I saw this year.
Okay.
And I guess I'll say I don't know. I want to rewatch Maestro. I saw Maestro. I really enjoyed it. But I think nowadays I'm more, for some reason, like I'm more into the acting. Like I enjoy good acting a lot. And I just thought it was really, well, especially Carey Mulligan.
She was great.
So I think I want to rewatch that. So because of that, I guess I would say that's the best.
If summer doesn't sing in you, then nothing sings in you. And if nothing sings in you, then you can't make music. Something she told me.
Hello, I'm Lenny.
Hello, Felicia.
Oh, she's so beautiful. Tell me about her. Oh, she's wonderful. She's a lovely girl.
What age are we living in? One can be as free as one likes without guilt or confession. Please, I know exactly.
But I mean, I don't know. I also loved other ones. But that's a close call, right? I shouldn't say that.
Whatever you want to do.
I also like The Killer. That was very good.
2 Netflix
I don't even know
movies.
what The Killer is.
David Fincher.
David Fincher and Michael Fassbender. It's
Yeah,
very.
I'll
I
watch
think
that.
They
it's.
just dropped it on Netflix without like
I
any
know.
ceremony. It's like,
It's
oh yeah, you
worth-
know, just one of the best directors of the last 30 years.
It's worth a watch. I thought it was really well done.
It's more like a book than a movie. Like
Yeah.
the whole thing is really in his head, like narration in his head. Yeah, The Killer was interesting.
Yeah, I liked
Didn't,
that a lot. Oppenheimer.
Let's see, Killer was my 26th favorite movie of the year.
Oh, okay.
Maestro was 30.
30.
I liked a lot about Maestro, the cinematography, the
Yes.
feeling of the movie. But
I loved
when
how
it
they
ended,
filmed it.
I didn't feel like moved by it. I didn't feel like I don't know what I gained from it, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'd watch it again.
It does end in a sad way. Like, it's kind of not what you would have wanted to see, but it's the truth. It's the truth.
Okay, so Maestro, Killer,
Yeah.
Netflix originals.
I don't know. Oppenheimer was great too. I only saw it one time and I want to rewatch it. There's just so many players, so many names. So I want to rewatch
I
it.
rewatched it 2 nights ago, so I've
Yeah.
seen it twice now. And the second watch, I didn't enjoy as much.
Really? Well, maybe I
Some
won't.
problems. But who am I? The world loved Oppenheimer.
Yeah. I really did enjoy your letterbox. I always enjoy your letterbox
Thank you.
reviews. But it was your Oppenheimer one was very good in that you said that it's the score is just
Unrelenting.
yeah. And it won't age well.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
These Christopher Nolan movies, which I'm not anti Christopher Nolan. I love some of his movies, but he has this tendency of just like every moment has this like pulsating score behind it, and it's just like sometimes quiet's okay. Like you could just let actors talk in a scene.
You're right.
I don't know. Anyway,
No, I agree.
Anyway, my favorite movie of 2023, by not a wide margin, but I loved it, is Poor Things.
Wedderburn became much weepy and sweary when he discovered my whoring.
I find myself merely jealous of the men's time with you, rather than any moral aspersion against you. It is your body, Bella Baxter. Yours to give freely.
I generally charged 30 francs.
Well, that seems low.
This is the New
That's
York.
on my list
This is to see.
to watch.
Yeah. This is the new Yorgos Lanthimos movie. He did The Favorite, The Lobster, Killing of a Sacred Deer, Dogtooth. Emma Stone, Willem Dafoe, Mark Ruffalo is unbelievable in this movie. But Emma Stone is really unbelievable. The acting, the visual storytelling of this movie is like pretty much unlike anything I've ever seen. It's just so visually amazing. And the story is so funny. It's really simple. It's kind of a Frankenstein story. Emma Stone is this... The basic premise here is that Emma Stone died while she was pregnant. They take the brain of the baby and put it in Emma Stone's head. And so she has to kind of become a person again. And Mark Ruffalo falls in love with her. And it's really just something.
It looks amazing. There's some movies that I wish I could have watched before today, and that was one of them.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Big screen if you can. Yeah, so Poor Things. That would be my pick. Close call?
My official close call is The Creator.
Ooh.
Really enjoyed it. Maybe not quite absolutely totally mind-blowing sci-fi, but very good on the edge of that.
Can you tell me about it?
Yeah. It's basically robots are like... There's as many robots kind of as there are people in the world, and they're kind of like at odds with each other. And then they make this kid robot, and he is going to supposedly be able, like when he grows up, he'll be able to like control everything, every like electronic thing in the world. So some people want him dead, some people want to like keep him safe.
What's that on?
Hulu?
Hulu, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was visually, I thought, like,
Yeah.
really good.
Yes,
Like,
excellent.
In a way that a lot of sci-fi movies don't quite get. Yeah,
Yeah,
creator.
for sure.
Yeah, go on.
Just a few others that I enjoyed this year. Thanksgiving.
Oh, I wanted to see
Yeah,
that.
Eli
was it
Roth.
good?
Yeah. It was very good, actually. Evil Dead Rise.
I like that.
I liked it. I wanted a little more out of it, but they did do some things where I thought, like, oh, that's a cool way to expand things. Good Burger 2, of course, we talked about a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Really good.
My number 25 just beat out
Is
The
it?
Killer.
Oh boy.
And I'll just mention Knock at the Cabin. I know we have talked about it, but I'll say that throughout this year, as I think back, I'm like, this ending, it's nonsense.
Yeah, the ending really hurt the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I saw that movie, I think.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yes. Okay, yeah, I did see
Knock
that.
at the Cabin.
Yeah.
Close call?
I don't know. I kind of said them all. Maestro, Oppenheimer,
Killer.
The Killer. I mean, Barbie was good. I really enjoyed Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken.
I can.
Hi, Ken.
Hi, Ken. Hi, Ken.
I got us both ice cream.
Cool.
Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Oh, hi, Alan. There are no multiples of Alan. He's just Alan.
Yeah, I'm confused about that.
It's great.
Okay. I'm going to give you my top 10.
Yes.
You already know Poor Things.
Yeah.
Number 10, also Tim Beard's Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, really?
Did you watch it yet? It's on Netflix. Did
That's
you see
your
the
number
original
2?
one?
No.
No, my number 10.
Oh, 10, sorry.
These are the animated ones,
Yes, they're so cool. Jason Schwartzman's great in this as a voice. But Oppenheimer is my number 9. That was also Justin S.'s pick. Barbie's my number 8. That was Lacey, Samantha, and Shay's pick. I think our most popular pick. Really funny. Very funny script on that movie. My number 7 is a movie called El Conde. It is on Netflix. Oh, it is. So it's a dark comedy. It's a Chilean movie. It's about a vampire who's 250 years old, and he really just wants to die. He ages, so he's old. And he has a family. They're not vampires. He's become a dictator over history, and this movie is just like... It's like Succession, except instead of Brian Cox, your dad's a vampire. And like the kids just want him to die so they can get all his estate money. It's in black and white. Really... just funny movie. El Conde. The Holdovers with Paul Giamatti is my number 6.
Wow.
I think it's going to become a Christmas classic.
Jeez.
I really do. I really do.
You know how I like Paul Giamatti.
It's really... If you like Paul Giamatti, this movie is
it's what you've been
an
waiting
orgy for your brain.
Is it a comedy? What kind of...
Yeah, it's like a dry comedy. He plays a college professor, or not college, excuse me. He's like at a boarding school, and he gets selected from the staff to have to stay over with the kids who aren't going home from Christmas, and the only kid that's really left is like this huge asshole, and it's kind of like them stuck together. It's like Dutch a little bit. It's kind of like Dutch. Okay.
So you
Not
think
as
it'll
edgy.
catch on over time and become a classic? Or just like a classic to
It
you?
has like a great Christmas feel.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like one of those movies that could sneak in there.
There's room.
Yeah. Oh, there's room for a modern one.
Yeah.
Right.
My number 5 is Godzilla -1. Wonderful Godzilla movie. Yeah. Number 4, Killers of the Flower Moon. Martin Scorsese. Man, just like the fact that he's in his 80s and still just crushing it. Great story about Native American history in this country. Tragedy, really.
Is that what inspired you to read that Native American book?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm naturally, I've been interested,
Yes.
but yeah. My number 3 is Asteroid City, Wes Anderson's Asteroid City. That was also Kylie's pick. Beautiful. I think it's my favorite Wes since a long time. And my definitive close call was my number 1 until last week, all year. Ari Aster's Beau is Afraid.
Oh, that's right.
Am I dead?
No. You've been healing so quickly. And no organs were hit, and your bleeding was really mild.
What this is this?
This is a room in our house, but it's your home for as long as you need. My name's Grace.
I forgot about that movie.
I've watched this movie 3 times now. It's 3 hours, so that's 9 hours of my life this year watching Beau is Afraid. This movie is so funny. Joaquin is the cast is unbelievable. Joaquin's hilarious. Nathan Lane is hilarious. Amy Ryan just it's like it's watching someone's brain freak out on screen. It's about a man with anxiety, and the movie is like that anxiety, but it's funny. Love.
See, I didn't find it funny. I found it like it was hard to watch. The whole first.
It's anxiety inducing
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Like,
But I think it's supposed to be funny.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
it's supposed to be
little
so
parts of it.
outrageous. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I enjoyed it.
Did you get all the way through?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
My memory's awful.
Okay.
But I remember. I was like, I don't know if I want to revisit this again.
Oh boy, I love it. Yeah. It's a universe. Both movies,
Yeah.
My Poor Things and Beau is Afraid, is to me like two people who have these really cool visions, who are trying, just trying something new, which I love.
It was visually like something I haven't seen in a long time or ever.
Yeah. Well, some listener picks. Yeah. Jonathan picked Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Did you watch it?
Still haven't seen it.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, I didn't either. Pretty good. Let's see. Jeremy picked Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I didn't see that one. Nope. Okay. What else we got here? Clayton picked The Boy and the Heron. Kind of a surprise hit at the box office. I haven't seen that yet, though.
I saw that last week for Max's birthday.
And?
That's what Max wanted to see. Well, 2 weeks ago. I've never seen one of his movies before.
Yeah.
Max really enjoyed it because he likes his work, but I found it to be like a little trippy. I don't know, a little long. I looked at my phone a lot. Like, for the time, I'm not one of those people who's on my phone at the movies.
Justin also picked Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Marley says 3-way tie between live action Little Mermaid, Barbie, and the Taylor Swift Eras Tour movie. Ted picked The Killer, Melissa.
Oh, Ted.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah. Allie picked No One Will Save You, kind of the Hulu UFO movie. Did you watch
Oh, I never
yeah.
ended up watching that.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
it
kind of
was
like
good.
a low budget. They did good for what they had.
Yeah.
Damien picked Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Jordan and Zachary both picked Past Lives. I watched that last night. Really good. It's like, have you seen like Before Sunrise or Before Sunset? It's like those movies stuffed into one. It's like a Korean love story. Girl moves to New York. Boy stays back in Korea, and it's pretty heartfelt and emotional, and yeah, very good. Chris A picked John Wick Chapter 4, which I still want to see. Ashley picked Talk to Me, kind of the surprise horror film.
Yeah, I haven't watched. I've been meaning to watch that too.
Jennifer picked Mutant Mayhem, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Did you see it? Loved it.
Really?
Yes, I think it's my 11 or 12, but visually so cool. The turtles are actually teenagers, which is awesome. Very funny, good script. Yeah. And then Deadhead picked May December, which is also on Netflix.
Yeah, just watched that yesterday.
It's based on the real life story of the teacher who
Yes,
hooked up.
Mary Kay Letourneau.
Well, I don't know if I should say that. It's kind of a big spoiler.
That it's based on that?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think a lot of people go into it knowing that that's what it is, no?
I didn't.
Oh.
Because in the movie, they don't tell you exactly what's weird about their relationship for a little bit. Besides, you can tell she's older.
That's true. Yeah.
But you didn't know she was...
But who would go and see that movie without, like, just knowing a little bit about it?
The only reason I watched it because I was like, oh, Julianne Moore and Natalie Portman. I'm like, yeah, watch this.
Oh. Well,
And then the guy, Charles Melton, like, stole the whole show. He was incredible.
He was good. Yeah, and he's from, like, that I don't know, that teenage show. Kids like Riverdale, I think. Yeah.
Never seen it.
I saw an interview with all three of them, actually, and they were... Julianne Moore and Natalie Portman were asked, like, have you guys ever seen Riverdale? And they're like, no, never got around to that one. He's just nodding, I think, like, okay.
Yeah.
Don't blame you.
Well, I thought it was a great year for movies, and our masters, I thought, gave us some of their best. So, yeah. Ferguson?
Oh, yeah. The Retirement Plan.
Nick
Nicolas
Cage?
Cage.
Oh,
Just awful. Like,
didn't
I
see
thought, I figured, well, this will be, like, I could just throw this on. It'll be easy, humorous watch, whatever. It was just, like, bizarrely poorly done in every way, pretty much. It was, like, half of it was, like, a weird family movie, but then every once in a while somebody would get killed in, like, a weirdly gruesome way. And Nicolas Cage was supposed to be like a John Wick type guy, but he's like fumbling the gun and stuff.
No.
It's not good. But this is the problem that I have with these critics on Rotten Tomatoes recently. This had about the same rating as Super Mario Brothers movie, which is insanity.
Nah. I saw a little bit for it and I didn't watch it, but apparently he has a one that is pretty good called Dream Scenario, Nick Cage.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch that.
Where he's in every person on Earth's dream. Well, that's a great premise.
I know, I like that premise.
A Malkovich-like situation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a Ferguson movie?
No, I can't think of anything I watched that I really didn't like in terms of
It sounds
movies.
like Beau is Afraid, maybe?
No, but I did. I appreciate it for what it is and the visuals and everything, but I thought it was great, but not for me to like watch again and enjoy.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was just teasing.
No, I understand.
My Ferguson is the movie Air, A-I-R.
Oh, you didn't like that?
Big freaking Nike commercial movie.
Oh, I didn't.
It was gross.
I didn't hate it.
Capitalism gross. It was literally just a movie for Nike being like, look how we got Michael Jordan. It was everything about it made my skin crawl.
Wow.
Ben Affleck gets under my... I think he's a bad director. Can't believe he won an Oscar for Argo. Sorry, I shouldn't vent here, but...
I liked Argo.
Air, pure garbage. It's a Nike commercial. That's what it is. If you want to watch a good company movie this year, Blackberry was good. About the rise and fall of Blackberry. Glenn Howerton from It's Always Sunny is unbelievable. Like, I'm not kidding. He is really good in it. Jay Baruchel's great in it.
The way Glenn looks in that movie, though, I couldn't tell if it was a joke. If, like, the movie was supposed to be funny.
No, well, his character is funny, but he's not a joke.
But the movie's totally serious about...
Yes. Yeah. Any other movie stuff?
Top grossing, I'm sure you know.
Barbie?
Yeah.
You're a Barbie.
Yeah.
You're a Taylor. You're a Barbie. Who else did I say? Mario?
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
Oh, yeah. But that's not we're not talking about movies.
Sports recap for the year. NBA Finals, we got the Denver Nuggets win their first championship over the Miami Heat, 4-1. Super Bowl, the Kansas City Chiefs win over the Philadelphia Eagles, 38-35. In baseball, the Texas Rangers win the World Series over the Arizona Diamondbacks, 4-1. And a team I didn't even know existed in the NHL won the Stanley Cup, the Las Vegas Golden Knights over the Panthers, 4-1. So a little bit about sports.
Love it.
I believe. Ooh, what girls? Spain, I believe, won the World Cup for the women. I've started taking a little more interest. Brett and Seamus have pressured me to take a little more interest in soccer this year, so I've randomly picked a team called Crystal Palace.
Oh, why?
I asked Seamus which team was the most comparable to a Cleveland team, which is to say, usually okay, but never going to win anything.
Okay.
He's like, that's kind of like Crystal Palace, and Brett signed off on that, so I was like, great, Crystal Palace.
Like an underdog.
Yeah, kind of like, they're fine, but they're never going to be great. Yeah, okay. Well, we always like to end the year with a little recap, a little walk down memory lane for BOC.
Sure.
I mean, let's talk about our guest appearances this year. We had a lot of first-time guests.
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
this year. Scott joined us for not quite Nick's Nick lineup. He came up with that idea. Great idea. Shay joined us for the first time for Clarissa Boy Thoughts.
Yeah, that was fun.
Brad joined us for the first time on 15 No More Secrets.
Oh,
yeah. Elise for 2008. Brooks for 2004. Nikki joined us for the first time for favorite Clarissa episodes. Joseph was a lot of fun. We talked Naked Tommy and Jurassic Bark with him. Our bud Spud for Alex Mack the Creeper was a really great episode. John joined us for Salute Your Shorts season 2 ranking and Pee Wee Herman's Halloween episode. Our personal friend Katie joined us for Door Unlocked and Then There Was Sean.
Yeah, those were fun.
And different Chris A joined us for Roundhouse Fears. All first-time guests.
Wow.
Incredible.
Andrew, you want to take a guess at who our most common guests? We have 2 people that were tied for most common guests this year. Neither a first-time appearance.
Gosh. Maybe Vaughn.
Okay.
And Allie, maybe?
That's correct.
Wow.
Allie and Vaughn each joined us 4 times this year. Allie will be joining us again soon, I think in February. Yeah, they were on 4 episodes. Melissa, you did 3 episodes with us this year.
Oh, yeah.
They're delightful.
They were fun.
It's
always fun.
Yeah. Bup joined us twice. Chris joined us twice. Kevin joined us twice. Max joined us twice. As well as Candace, Brett Wilson, Clayton, Justin, Logan, Manny, Seamus, and Vince. Great lineup.
Love them.
Mm-hmm.
Love them all.
Every single one. We started Patreon this year.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that's been fun and challenging and good in different ways.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It has been fun. The chat has been fun. Getting like people to interact on the posts, sending out goodies. We got more goodies this year coming up. So, yeah, thank you to everyone on Patreon. At the end of the episode, we'll kind of read through and make sure we see all your names. Favorite episodes? We reached out to people. Did you have any off the top of your head? You were kind of like, boy, that was.
I tended to gravitate toward these types of episodes, but the Snick tape is like. It was very fun.
Yeah.
Just finding all those shows.
Thank you.
I do love that.
You?
I was on that one, wasn't I?
No.
Wait, which one was I?
I'm not sure.
What
I
episode?
didn't do Snick Tape?
Well, you did an old one, but you didn't do the one this year.
Yeah.
This was not quite Nick Snake.
Oh, no.
So it was like TGIF.
Was that a year ago that I did that?
Yeah, over a year ago.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Never mind.
I really like the horror movie draft.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. I really loved Finally.
I was on that one.
Yes, you were on horror movie draft.
Joey's looking at me like, yeah.
That's you.
I loved that we finally talked Old Man Corcoran after all this time. It just felt so good to get into that episode.
Plus with Seamus.
Yeah.
That was exciting. Getting Seamus in here is such an achievement.
Yes. Yeah, that was awesome.
Is he hard to nail down?
We've known him the entire time we've done the podcast, and he seemed to actively avoid wanting anything to do with it.
Oh.
But he started watching Are You Afraid of the Dark with Katie, and he was into it, so we roped him in. Yeah.
And just that we talked Farewell My Little Viking.
Yeah.
It felt like one of those momentous episodes.
Yeah, that was Ted's favorite episode of the year. Nice. John and Allie enjoyed The Creeper with Spud.
Oh, yeah.
Shay and Scott liked our drunk episode, The Tale of the Last Dance. May have been maybe my favorite
that was very
talk
fun.
Of the year. A lot of crazy, insane conversation. Vince enjoyed 2005. Jennifer liked Drunk Locker 22. I did not. Also a really fun conversation, Drunk 214. That was Lacey and Kylie's favorite. Still think about like the old whether ghosts need to pee.
When you go back and edit those, do you like remember every moment, or are you like, oh?
I don't remember every moment, but like really funny moments I tend to remember.
Yeah.
Like all of 214. I mean, all of Locker 22.
Kevin Vaughn enjoyed Old Man Corcoran. Zach, Vaughn, and Tim liked the horror movie draft.
Nice.
Thank you.
Marley liked favorite villains. Nikki liked the SNL draft. That was a lot of fun. the SNL draft. I keep posting that for if people want it on the maid feed, and it keeps losing. I'm like, you guys are idiots. Like, this is a fun episode. Chris A liked our Erie, Indiana A-team ATM with a heart of gold, and Damien liked our most recent the Christmas draft.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah. Did who won the tape or the horror draft?
Okay, so our draft results this year. I won the Saturday Night Live draft, which I think was wrong, but
it's pretty. I mean,
I don't control the vote.
You had a good draft then.
Horror movie draft is currently tied still between Melissa and I.
Wow. Oh, really?
It's 36%. Both of us have.
Wow.
Jeez. I'm about to hire a few ringers.
I haven't voted. I could rig it. I don't
think I voted either.
What?
Did I?
Probably not.
Oh, well, then we're still tied.
Yeah. And as of right now, I'm winning the Christmas draft. I think Home Alone and it seems like Charlie Brown Christmas was a big selling point for a lot of people.
Yeah. It's a staple.
Yeah. Name the episode. I won 9 of those. Andrew, you won 6 of those. We'll recap here. Tale of Door Unlocked, I won with The Tale of Justin's Little Door. Old Man Corcoran, I won with Died and Seek, The Tale of Died and Seek. Chris A won Fears with No Fear. The Creeper, Andrew, you won with Dave Drives and Videotapes. Tale of Last Dance, I won with Tale of the Second Fiddle. I won Snow Day with Snowpocalypse. Joseph won Naked Tommy with The Naked Truth. Andrew, you won ATM with a Heart of Gold with Money for Nothing. Kevin won Heartbreak Corey with Corey's Piece of the Mountain. Bup won Farewell My Little Viking with The Strongest Friendship in the World. Andrew, you won 214 with The Tale of the Terrible Tenant. Andrew, you won No More Secrets with Off the Bandwagon. I won, and then there was Sean with Dr. Feeney's House of Terror. I won Dangerous Soup with The Tale of the Gruesome Gourmet. Andrew, you won Ernest Scared Stupid with Ernest Trolls Halloween. Our friend Chris won Doug's Nightmare on Jumbo Street with Doug's Damn Dog Made Him Watch the Movie. I won Pee-wee with The Monsters Loose. Andrew, you won Locker 22 with The Tale of the Careless Chemist. Shay won Boy's Thoughts with Cliff's Notes. I won Jurassic Bark with Bark to the Future. And I won Merry Christmas Keenan with Jingle Bell Rockmore.
Yeah. Good ones.
Yeah, I chuckled over here.
I heard you chuckling.
Yeah.
Ratings. Any guess on what your average was for the year? We rated 21 things this year.
I'm gonna say 4.
Okay. What do you think Andrew's average rating is?
It's 1 to 5, right?
Yeah. Could 0 to 5 technically.
Oh, yeah. I'd say 3.7.
3.7. Wow. Yeah.
3.7?
3.77. Yeah.
Do I know Andrew? Or do I know Andrew?
You want to guess mine? My higher or lower?
Got lower, I would say.
Yeah, you're a tougher critic.
3.3.
3.5.
3.6.
Mm.
So we're close. We're pretty close this year. And guests, we had 23 guests this year.
I'm gonna guess it's a little higher, so I'm gonna say 3.9.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say 4.1.
4.1.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Melissa's good at this. Yeah, we had 2 episodes that received perfect scores all the way through. That's Tale of Old Man Corcoran and Jurassic Bark. Andrew, you also assigned perfect scores to, and then there was Sean and The Tale of Dangerous Soup. I assigned perfect scores to The Tale of Apartment 214 and ATM with a Heart of Gold. And our guest, Katie, gave Door Unlocked a 5. Spud gave The Creeper a 5. Joseph gave Naked Tommy a 5. And Kevin gave Heartbreak Corey a 5, which is just insane.
Yeah, definitely the craziest one.
Our lowest scores, Andrew, you want to guess what your worst episode of the year was? You and I share this.
Yeah, I think a 1.
2
for me.
What episode?
Of course, The Last Dance.
Of course, yeah, Last Dance. You gave a 1. a 1.
Yeah, that seems
which is the
appropriate.
lowest score anybody gave this year.
Perfect.
1. I gave it a 1.5, but I also gave Locker 22 a 1.5. Both awful.
Just unbelievable.
Our lowest score from our guests, a tie between Vaughn and Candace. Candace gave Door Unlocked a 2, and Vaughn gave Last Dance a 2.
Jeez. That's kind of funny. Hers is that's the lowest guest score, but it's the highest score on that episode.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Our most listened to episodes this year. So with Patreon and everything, we ended up with about 150,000 listens this year, which we really appreciate everybody. In 4th, favorite villains with Bup.
Nice.
In 3rd, year in review 2006 with Manny. Number 2, year in review 2004 with Brooks. And our number 1 episode, get that drum roll.
Drunk one. Is it a drunk one?
It's not a drunk one because the drunk ones are only on Patreon.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
But they would be, I think. No, our number 1 episode was Salute Your Shorts Season 2 rankings with John.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed it. But that's a good one. And finally, we did only one rewrite an episode this year, write an episode, which was Rewrite. We had to rewrite an episode. And Allie won that with Oh Christmas Pete.
Yeah.
What did you rewrite?
That's good. Hey Arnold, Headless Cabby.
Yeah. And that was an improvement for sure. I did The Tale of C7.
Oh, yeah.
But that was a fun episode. And we didn't do any verses this year.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I mean,
those are fun listens.
I know. Is it just the energy it takes?
I feel like we got to a point where it was like we'd get to the end of an episode and it would feel so
terrible. Like inevitably 1 to 2 people feel terrible at the end of a versus episode, including usually the judge feels bad because they have to make a decision.
Yeah.
So maybe it was like a mental break of having to pretend like you're actually mad at the other person for liking an episode that you probably don't even really dislike yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was a great year. Again, Patreon I think was like kind of just a game changer, getting to kind of interact with people in a different way. I don't know. And we're going to try to like really up it. We're over 100 people on Patreon, which is so incredible. Just shout out. Thank you to Brandon, Christian, Coley, Tara, James, Jason, Sally, Tim J, Stephanie, The Grizz, Jace, Nick Home, Vince, Helen Marie, Relax OK, Corey, Jason M, John W, Ali R, Michael Andrew Perez, Katie M, Drunken Ronzo, Big Head, Justin Coleman, Kelly, Mel T, Grant, Ryan Reed, John Murphy, Rodney Wilder, Tony Menotti, Blake Adams, Lindsay Fogel, Fry's Jacket, Paul Hickman, Robert Goodson, Logan Abbey, Spud, Ben M, Ryan Madreski, Adam Mesaochi, sorry guys, Daniel Mart, Colin Thompson, Kylie, Miguel, Mike Carlini, Stephanie Sanchez, Meg, Dasha, Jeremy, Brandon B, Steven, Ryan Olson, Justin Sands, Ashley Roman, Jim Huss, Corey Allen, Zach, Scrump the Giant, Shay, Sean Kendall, Nikki, Samantha F, Mark Halstead, Nick D, Alyssa, Scott, Leah, Mort, John, Tim F, Lacey, Colin, Joshua, Damian, Evelyn, Katie B, Joseph B, Bupp, Honest Abe, Vincenzo, Chris Armstrong, Sid, Marlena, Tony, Jennifer, Jason T, Bob, Shelby, Brian S, Allie, Brad, Kevin, Jordan, Vaughn, Brooks, Katie, Tara, Kev, Ted, Tim, Beard, and Clayton. Unbelievable to have every single one of you supporting us, and hopefully it's a great new year for all of you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And speaking of new year, Andrew, what do we have planned for the new year?
Next time we're going to be talking Animorphs, the pilot episode with Mike.
Yes. This was a Patreon pick. So in our Betty Ann tier, you can pick your episode and you can join us. You can tell us you want to hear us talk about it, or you can join us for it. Mike threw out Animorphs pilots, which I think is one of the wildest pilots I've ever seen in my life. It's so weird. And I couldn't really think of a better way to even start with this episode. It's just so bonkers. Do you remember Animorphs?
Yes.
Did you like it?
No.
Okay. Right. Yeah, that's all the right answers. So that'll be a bunch of fun. If you want to get a hold of us, we're on Instagram at Orange Couch Podcast. You can email us at orangecouchpodcast@gmail.com. And Patreon, you can support us with $3, $5, or $14. All offer different kind of packages. And we so deeply appreciate that. And speaking of deeply appreciate...
Me.
Yeah, Melissa.
Thank
It's
you.
always such a joy.
It is fun. I like coming here. Oh, wait, can I ask if you have any New Year's resolutions?
You can. I mean...
Not that I figured out. I think to be more present, I find myself distracted a lot by like music and podcasts and TV and movies and guinea pigs. And
You're not present with the guinea pigs.
no, I mean present.
Yes.
For
In
people.
yeah. I understand.
Yeah.
I have a lot of stuff I want to do, but I guess my goal in this sense is like keep up with these cold showers and not chicken out.
I love it.
No, that's good.
If it's helping.
The habits are
I
hard.
know. Yeah. What about you?
I guess if I had to think of one,
Be a better wife to Max.
I am the best. I can't get any better. But we did just buy a new house, and I am very much just go, like paint this, gotta do this, like a very project oriented. And Max is very much more about like, you gotta chill out, like have one night where we can enjoy the fire in the fireplace.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, I guess not burning myself out and enjoying
Yeah.
things.
It's important.
Yeah. You gotta slow down.
Yeah, slow down.
Enjoy the moment that you're in.
Slow
instead
down.
of looking at all the other ones.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Amen to that.
We hope we'll see all you super Barbinhiemer brothers next episode.
And sub-survivors.
W-A-R-T, Warrant Radio, Wellsville.
Dinosaurs?
See you next year!